Okay, so by the thumbnail, you probably know what this video is going to be about. And well, we're ranking every single costume in Plants vs. Zombies Neighborhood Defense. I'll be ranking them by two criterias. One, are they actually viable? You know, are they useful in levels? If they're not useful, that's kind of a problem because they cost money to get. Well, some of them do. And two, and the most important one, is their actual costume. Because if their costume is not looking up to par, then they're not going to do so well with the rankings. So, other than that, let's start with the show. I believe that every single costume is at least D tier or higher, but Green Shadow is still not off the hook. Now, Green Shadow is solid, it does good damage, it costs 150 though, and it shoots a lot slower. Now, you can make the thing work obviously, but the costume itself carries it up to D tier, because the idea is cool. You know, Green Shadow is a cool thing. And the design of it also looks really good. This plant kind of, you know, gets overshadowed by a better costume later on in the tier list, but it's okay. The only reason this is higher because the design is peak. But other than that, I get a weird feeling that Dark Archon is trying to be a three-peater, but trying not to be a three-peater at the same time. Like, it's trying to be one, but not be one at the same time. And it's weird because why not just be one? It shoots two projectiles in its own row and then shoots one other projectile in the adjacent rows. Which doesn't even make sense because its projectiles aren't even strong in the first place. And mind you, it costs 150 sun for one of these. For one! Trying to be a three-peater clone. Yeah, okay, Hero Shroom. I feel kind of bad because he's a cute little fella, but sad case is that he's not actually useful at any levels. The only thing he's cool with is his outfit. The costume looks awesome. The red and the little glasses he has are awesome. I like it a lot. That's why he's in C tier. But his actual design is really, or not design, but his design for his gimmick and stuff, it's just really not useful. Because you don't need Healer Shroom in this game. And you definitely don't need the costume because the costume only heals the guy in front of it. So that makes it even more limiting, but hey, I guess it's Healer Shroom, so I guess you can use it for fun if you want to, but me personally, it's just not useful. Only reason is because the design is peak, so that's why it's up here. Okay, at the top of C tier is Repeater's costume. Repeater is interesting. I can't put him higher only because I never felt like I needed to use this thing, or I ever wanted this thing. Whenever I went through the game, I never really thought, man, I really want this costume really badly. I always thought about the other costume because they were just cooler with their abilities. His ability is now to shoot 1P really fast instead of 2Ps, which is fine. It's nothing unique, but it's fine. Basically a P shooter but shoots really fast. But hey, I mean, its design is cool, I guess. You know, little headband is cool. Other than that, it's nothing unique, so I can't put it higher. Okay, Walnut. Walnut's costume actually makes the recharge on it shorter and have a bit more HP. Now, is it actually viable? Yes, because Walnut is already viable enough in the game. So with this costume, it only costs 75 sun, but with the costume, it makes it not even more viable, so that's even better. But the main reason why it's in B tier is the costume itself, because it's just simple and it works. You know, construction hat and just construction stuff overall, and it makes sense for Walnut to have this stuff. So honestly, W design. I can't put it higher though because the ability is not anything like remarkable, but it's a nice ability to have on it. But other than that, let's move on to A tier. Oh, Pickled Pepper. Pickled Pepper is just jalapeno but vertical, which is surprisingly useful, and I mean useful. But its design is also just nice. Like, green just looks really good on this. Oh, the other P variant I was waiting for. Fire P is really, really fire. No pun intended, but seriously though, Fire P is just awesome. The design is, you know, basic. Obviously, it's just P shooter but on fire, but it's fire P shooter, and you can't go wrong with a fire P shooter. The only thing I wish they did in this game was that they made the fire, like, if it went through a torch would, like, become like an ultra fire or something, or like an enhanced version of fire. That would be kind of cool if it did that with Fire P. But the interaction Fire P has is actually pretty unique. Like, him shooting fire at the Ice Cube zombie will kill it way faster. Or if it gets hit by Ice Cube, it actually loses fire ability. And stuff like that. It's just little things like that that makes it really go up this high. And also the design is also really nice. I can't put it any higher though because we've seen Fire P in like PvZ 2, so it's not the most unique idea, but it is pretty cool. It's crazy how Gravebuster costume makes this plant so much better. It can now destroy gravestones way faster, but it did not drop any coins, which really doesn't matter since zombies drop coins already. And two, I mean the costume itself, it's simple and it works, you know, just a little hat on it. But other than that, let's move on to the best top 3 plants. Is it just me or is this what Magnet Shroom should have been? Because Gold Magnet range is just so useful. Now obviously you unlock this toward the end of the game, so until they add World 5 then you can't really use it much after besides survival. But on the design portion, it looks really nice. It's Gold Magnet so it looks yellow and it's green with the stem, so honestly, peak design and peak gameplay. I guess you can see where I'm going with this one. Seed Shroom is just super useful. Costs 0 sun, can be placed on water and land. And yeah, I mean it disappears a bit faster and a longer recharge, but those aren't really noticeable to be like bad. The design is also very simple, but it works, so that's awesome. One thing though that I can't put it higher because it's locked behind like level 55, so yeah, that'll take forever to get to if you ever want to use it. Snow King is so much cooler than Snow Pea. Like seriously, it can freeze zombies for a bit, pierce through zombies. It does shoot slower, but the freeze is so cool. Honestly, the gimmick may not be the most like game-breaking thing in PvZ, but it's cool in this game because it can freeze, pierce, and it only costs 200 sun. Well, that was before the nerf. They nerfed it after the update, so now it's kind of worse, but it's still the GOAT in my eyes regardless. Because Snow King design is also very peak. It gives me like sort of Ice King kind of vibes with the costume. And this is the end of the video. I just want to say this video was pretty fun to make, but not gonna lie, the editing for this video was the most messy ever like editing possible because I had to get so many different like footages from my past videos and put them in CapCut. And let's say I got lost real quick, but we're good though because I made it to the end of the video. I just want to say my opinions on the costumes. The costumes are cool. I like the variety they bring to the game. Now, are all of them like hits and like the best thing ever? No, definitely not. But are they nice additions? Yes. Now, my pitch for better costumes, or not better, but I guess like more costume for the game, if World 5 does come out. Example like Lightning Reed should definitely get a costume. Or Potato Mine, or I don't know, someone that's cool, I guess we'll say. But overall, the costumes are fun, and this entire tier list was fun. And if you enjoyed, like or subscribe. And I am out.